Hello friends, thanks for joining me again. In front of you is a chart of the S&P ASX 200 index on the Australian Stock Exchange. The ticker code is XJO and we looked at it about a month ago. At the time, I pointed out this zone which was developing and it looked as though it was possible re-accumulation or certainly some extra buying in the market. We noted this bar here when price broke down below the previous low on a sharp increase in volume, which was likely excessive volume, and the poor close down here at the time would really give a bad gut feel that price is likely to continue lower. But instead, the next day, price accelerated higher in a buy the offer sort of fashion. And then, in response, price came back twice and threatened to continue lower, but each time there was a series of up bars in response. And you can see from where we were last time, which was here, that price came back down and once again threatened to continue lower before pushing all the way back up to the breakout line at 68.34. There was a final dip lower and very little supply was drawn out in comparison. It was slightly below average. There was an absorption bar in response and that cleared the way for price to break out above the 68.34 level on increasing volume. You can see the volume was increasing. It wasn't excessive. Volume just increased as it pushed out with very little resistance from the market. And you can see on Friday was a little test. And that test of supply drew out very little supply. It was much reduced over the previous 4 days. That suggests that supply is low, is currently low in the market. Now there's some chance the price will continue to come back and test more seriously for supply before there's any decision on whether the price will continue higher, or price could just continue higher from here. We'll just have to wait and see. So this period has continued for another month since. Price broke down on strong volume. When you're looking at charts like this, breakdown points on strong volume below the previous lows are always an interesting point. Price may continue lower, or price may begin some form of sideways action. The poor close and the up bar in response were telltale signs this wasn't a normal breakdown. There was no downside follow through immediately. So this was worth watching. Just quickly, if we have a look at the weekly chart. You can see here, this was the coronavirus lows. This was an accumulation of sorts in here. The buying came in, the lows of this bar, and then this bar here, and this bar here. That was the majority of the buying. This was the consolidation of that period. Here was the breakout bar. You can see that price spent a period of time where the rest of the market was actually catching up here. It dipped lower here, but more in sympathy with overseas markets. You can see that the next breakout came here. You have a similar period of consolidation as you did over here. And now you can see this week's breakout. The little accumulation zone isn't quite as clear on the weekly chart, but that's it there, the re-accumulation we were just looking at on the daily chart. So it's a clear breakout. If we come in a bit tighter, we'll have to wait and see where the price decides to come back and test the breakout before it makes any confirmation in pushing higher, or it could fail. This isn't a guarantee, but it could also continue higher straight away with only minor testing for supply. Okay, that was a good little update. It's looking fairly promising at the moment. Price has easily broken out of that zone and above the previous highs. So we'll just have to watch it continue to develop and see if a new positive influence in the market is established. Okay, thanks for joining me again. Hope this is beneficial. See ya.